Hi and welcome to another video by Roblox Academy, and in this video we are going to show you how to fit these two dome cameras on a soffit board inside a house. We are working here in the UK and we're going to show you a step-by-step instruction on how to do this. So follow us. Let's go. Now this is a dome installation video tutorial. Although I haven't spoken much about Wi-Fi Dome turret cameras, I am going to have a separate video for this, so keep an eye out on the channel. But one of the main reasons we're using this is because of the Wi-Fi feature and the fact that these cameras have distributed storage. So although you can connect them up to an NVR, they have a built-in SD card, which is a feature I particularly like now with CCTV. But let's carry on and let's give you a step-by-step guide on how we've done this. Now the first thing was to determine their position, and we've used this particular style of camera because they sit under a soffit board. And the first job was to get a source of power. So you can see just behind the window here, we've got a source for power. And we used one wire to actually power two cameras. So this is a two camera installation we are doing here. But because they are Wi-Fi and because both cameras have built-in SD storage, all we need to do is just give them power. So here's the power source, which is inside the customer's kitchen. And we got to be careful here because when you're inside people's homes, you want to make sure you do a very neat job. You know, a kitchen is central part for families, and you know, no lady likes to see dangling wires coming down, so we had to make sure this was done very neatly. And you can see we got the cable to the top of the cabinet, and there's a reason why we've chosen to drill at this height, because any higher, and firstly the drill, we did not have the space because of the ceiling to drill at an angle. The second reason is you don't want the hole too high because then you have to expose the cable. And then the lady of the house is not going to be too happy. So we fit it here so that way the customer can't see anything at all. Now, the first thing we've had to do is bring the cable outdoors. Now you can see it's right next to a waste pipe, which, I mean, is a bit of a problem, but not a problem as such. Ideally, you see that wire would have gone directly into the soffit board. It is worthwhile noting that this house is particularly old, so these soffit boards aren't as agile as the newer build. So that's part of the reason we've chosen to drill at this height. Now the idea here is you want to hide the cable. So after we've actually run the cable indoors, we've used this black conduit. We've chosen black because the guttering is black, and what this is going to do is take the cable right up into the soffit board. And what we don't do is you don't take that cable straight to the camera. The first point is taking it into the soffit board, because behind the soffit is generally hollow, it's empty. So that way the cable goes straight up, and then we drill. You can see we've got a little round hole there. So from there we've drilled in and pulled the cable through, and that's where we're going to mount the camera. Now the reason there's a loop there is because this is going to power the second camera. So this cable is going to be tacked along. Now this is Cat5 indoor cable. It's not an outdoor grade cable because, I mean, it's not really going to be exposed to any rain sitting under the soffit board. And the internal cable is good because for this particular job, I mean, I could have used pipe, but I mean, I used a stapling gun to tack the cable all the way along. So that's the reason we've got a loop at this particular place. And then all we've done, we fit one camera. We then tack the cable all the way through, nice and slowly. And then we've done something similar when we've got to the point of the camera installation. You can see here, we've drilled through and then pull the cable through at the camera heights. Now, I don't know what tools you're all using and what countries you're from, but I've been fitting CCTV since I was a child. Well, not child, but for about 20 years. I ran my own CCTV company for 10 years, and prior to that, my father, who still works in the industry, he basically trained me up on how to do installations and run a trade business, which I think is one of the best career choices if any of you are considering. But for this, we've just used a basic coat hanger. So if you have one, great. If you don't have one, go to a dry cleaners and just ask them for a metal coat hanger, and you can use this to create a hook and fish cables through. That's the benefit of this, of using a coat hanger. You don't need anything too complex. So by doing that, we've managed to, you can see here, the cable's nice and tucked away, and all you see is the camera. Although the cable is sitting just behind this lip, it's all nicely tucked away, and that way you've got a neat installation, customer's happy, and Bob's your uncle. Any questions? Please leave them in the comments, and there's always room for improvement. So for those who've got any more advice, please share it in the comments, and we will pass your advice to any other viewers. And thank you for watching this video by Roblox Academy. Look forward to seeing you at another video. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.